So, you want to do that?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Royal Court Reviews. I'm your host, Lord Twain, and this is my co-host, the honorable, amazing king of all digital editing, Lord Payne.
Yes. Hello.
How are you doing, Bryce?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much. And today, the Royal Court Review is going to be reviewing our very own comic book, Mark. This is specifically part one.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. And this is a Noble Entertainment product, so technically it's by us, yours truly.
So heads up, we are going to be a little bit biased towards it. We wouldn't make something unless we thought it was good. If we thought it was bad when we were making it, we would have improved it and then made it. So there's your warning. It's going to be a little bit biased.
It's a good kind of bias. So don't think that we're biased in the bad way, because we love this book and we're very excited to review it. And we're going to give you our honest opinions on it. I actually wrote the book, and Bryce did some digital editing on it. So
we do have some things that we look at it and we would improve on. So we'll hopefully give you our honest review, and let's go from there.
Okay, awesome. Well, first let's tell them what it's about. So what is Mark Part 1 about?
So yeah, you wrote the story. Mark is about this kid named Mark. He's cybernetically enhanced, and he lives in the future, and he fights crime.
I guess we'll go ahead and we'll get started, and let's talk about the artwork for the story. Tell me what you think of the artwork for the story.
Dan is, I think, of all of our artists, he's one of my favorite artists. His art style sells comic books. When we have our comics on the stands, anything with Dan's artwork on the cover is the first to go usually. Yeah. So,
and tell me why you think that is. I have my own opinion about this, but
I think he gets the proportions right. I think he makes certain things pop in the art style. He just does a good job. I know there's your riveting take. It's good. I don't know. I'm not a professional artist.
Well, I think, personally, in my opinion, I think the reason that Dan's artwork sells is that he kind of rides the line between his own unique style and the style you'd see in like Marvel or DC. Yeah. And so, like, if you pick up like any Marvel or DC comic, they tend to they have their own kind of style. Mm-hmm. And especially the modern Marvel stuff I've seen, it's very digital heavy. Yeah,
it's got that comic book look to it, but it's Dan's own thing. And so I think people it feels familiar, but exciting enough to draw people in. Mm-hmm. And so, that's a good take. I think I would agree with you there.
Yeah, and so he's also really, really good with the covers. And the covers, is like almost everything when it comes to a comic book. The cover is the first scene that you see, and you know the whole saying, don't judge a book by its cover.
With a comic book, you do judge a book by its cover. Yeah.
Yes, and the cover really sells it. I think that's why Vaporella actually sells so well. It's because of the cover. And certainly, I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, Vaporella's the story is amazing."
Story. I don't know.
It's not that kind of channel, people. It's not that kind of channel.
Yeah, that's right.
This is actually some of Dan's older work, and so his older work, some of the things that I've noticed with Dan's older work is that, and this just might be a Dan art style thing in general, is that he doesn't use very much like onomatopoeia, like words that show what's going on. So like I've noticed there's a few sections of it where like the flow of the story would actually work better if he added some sniffs, or if he added some beep beeps and stuff like that.
Things that help the audience know what's going on in the moment. It's more of a visual thing anyway.
Yeah.
But you have to showcase that through words sometimes. So
the other part of the art is the coloring specifically. And the coloring was not done by Dan. It was actually done by our in-house head artist John. Yep. And he's very talented. But I think this was actually his first ever foray into the digital coloring.
Yeah, John is. His strength is colored pencils, markers, stuff that's very much not digital. So learning the software was a hurdle for John, I think, in this. For the most part, it looks really good. He did a great job for it being his first one. But you can, on occasion, see like some shading, And hey, maybe that was on me as the digital editor. Maybe I didn't notice that. So
Nah, there's no way. Everything you did was perfect.
everything, yeah. I mean, that's true. Yeah, what I do is always perfect. So. But that's just, yeah. I mean, that's just an indicator of early work.
Let's go ahead and move on to the story.
Oh man, story was terrible. It was so bad. No, this is actually, I think, of all the stories that we've written, this is, I believe, my favorite. If not my favorite, then one of my favorites. The story it's simple. It's about this kid who fights crime. The characters are introduced at the very beginning. They're all very interesting characters. I love the Splicer gang.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I actually, because I'm head writer on this, this was one of my passion projects, Mark was. And one of the things that I want to capture, like, kind of I don't know if you've seen, but Deus Ex, I want to capture kind of like the Deus Ex kind of feel. And
Right.
in that, there's a bunch of augmented human beings as well. But I also wanted to capture kind of like a Batman Beyond kind of thing. I don't know if you've ever seen Batman Beyond.
I haven't personally.
Batman Beyond is awesome. You guys should go watch Batman Beyond if you haven't seen it. But I kind of want to capture that kid taking up the superhero mantle. And going forward, I think I have a lot of interesting stories to show.
Well, sci-fi in itself is it's a tricky genre because either you hit the nail on the head or you completely miss it. There's not really in between. I think in this case you hit the nail on the head, and it was good.
And since you have me here, like I've noticed when it comes to the story, it is a self-contained story. There's not a whole lot going on other than the kid fighting a splicer gang in the story, and so like it's basically just an introductory comic.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a problem with just first issues in general when it comes to comics. You have the first issue, and the first issue you have to introduce everybody, and so a lot of people kind of get lost with the first issue.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to the first issue problem, this does not suffer as heavily as other issues that we've done. Some of the stuff that I've written has suffered from the first issue problem. And it's just, this one I think gets over that by introducing the action really quickly. You drop Mark basically right in the action. There's no introduction before that. He's just there fighting the Splicer gangs, and you introduce Dr. McCallum, and it's pretty solid where it starts. And so maybe later we will start to see some of the first issue problems being addressed. But for this one, I think that you did as good of a job avoiding those problems as you could for a first issue.
Well, thank you. Just keep heaping praise upon me.
Well, hold on, don't get a big head. Okay. Your head won't fit in the frame as it gets any bigger.
I do see problems coming forward. I think the next few issues will be a little bit more. It'll be a little bit slower with the next few issues, and I don't know. I'm currently writing the third issue right now, and so I think you see some of the problems in the third issue when I have to introduce the characters and the world that they're in, and it becomes a little bit.
Well, there's questions left over from this one that can carry over into the next couple issues. That if you don't address them, it's weird. If you do address them, it slows everything down. And so you can't really get around that. You have to do it.
Yeah, and so that's one of the things that I did notice. And there is a section in here where like Mark he has to defeat the villain, but I couldn't quite figure out how to defeat the villain in a very smart way because I needed to show that Mark was not. Mark was just. He's not just smart.
Yeah, he's not some brute. He's got brains, and he doesn't overpower his enemies every time. He outthinks them. Mark doesn't have any of that. He's got metal arms and a team.
Yep.
A very smart team. So I think that's what makes it stand apart from other sci-fi genres as well. Is you showcase Mark, although yes, he is using futuristic technology, it's still within the bounds of something that you might find today, and so you still have some things that you have to work around. There's no like magic button that you can press that solves all of Mark's problems. He still has to think around those problems, and you as the writer have to think how Mark would figure his way around those problems.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next and final section, the entertainment value. So, how entertaining do you think it was?
Oh, I mean, I love the sci-fi genre as it is, so this hit the nail on the head for me. Like, I was telling Joe I started reading Mark Part 2 as well because I wanted to see what happened next, and then I got to the end of Mark Part 2 and I wanted to know what happened in Mark Part 3, and I keep being drawn into the next one after it. So by the end of this story, you'll be wanting to read Mark Part 2, which is coming out
soon. Actually,
soon.
I think it's part of the fall release for
Yep.
Noble Entertainment,
Yep.
and so that will be released in September, I believe.
Yep.
And
So the strengths of this one, I think, is that it really does leave you wanting more.
and as for me, it was entertaining to write, and honestly, when it came out, it was very entertaining to read as well. So I had a lot of fun throughout the entire process and seeing it come together, and so I think just in general, it was a great read. So if you were to give it a rating, what kind of rating?
4 court jesters out of 5.
4 court jesters out of 5.
4.5. No, 4.5 court jesters out of 5.
No. So there's half a jester somewhere.
Yeah.
4 court jesters.
Yep.
That's a good rating. Amazing. Oh, this has been Lord Twain and Lord Payne with Royal Court Reviews, and we will go ahead and see you in the next video. You'll find our links for everything in the section below, and if you want, you can find it on Amazon. You can subscribe to Noble Entertainment's Creative Compendium, or you can view us on Facebook and or Instagram and TikTok, where we will do small reviews.
Be sure to give us a like. We're just starting out, so that really helps us out. Like and subscribe if you like what we do, and we'll be putting out more videos in the near future.
All right.
Thank you.
And you guys have a blessed day. Bye.